What's up, everybody? Today I'm cooking gyudon. That's right, Japanese beef bowl. I've never done a cooking session live cooking this dish. It's one of the girls' favorites. Me and Judy love it. And everyone that's tried it also enjoys this dish. So we're gonna cook it up and we're gonna get right into the ingredients. I've got my mise en place going on, but let's go right into everything I'm using to cook today. All right, so obviously this is Japanese beef bowl. This is thinly sliced beef from the Japanese grocery store. You got to go to Asian grocery store and get this because if you try to slice it thin at home, you can just freeze your ribeye or whatever you're using. When I say freeze, like par freeze, not fully freeze, and then cut it thin with your knife. It's got to be super sharp. I'm also going to be doing onsen tamago. This is just some Japanese eggs. When I say Japanese, like Japanese chickens. The egg yolks are super crazy orange. So I'll be doing that. Onsen tamago translate to basically spa egg. All right, the other ingredients here, really simple. We've got onions, really crucial ingredient for gyudon. That'll go with the beef, obviously. And then ginger. This is also huge in terms of the flavor. So we've got some organic ginger. I'll show you how to prepare this. And then the sauce or the base. So there's kind of like a base layer of almost like soup. But we've got, and in fact, we're gonna go through all this. We've got the soy sauce, we've got the sugar and sake, as well as mirin. And the last but not least for this is the fish stock. So I'm going to be making a fish stock here in a second. In fact, I will start that off real quick. Outside of that is the rice. So let's go over here to my rice, which I should probably start making right now. Let's go over here. We're still figuring this out, you guys, so apologize. By the way, hello, if you're watching. Hit the like button for me. Leave in the comments, have you ever tried gyudon before? We're going to go over here to the rice neutrally. And what's your thoughts on it? Okay, yeah, so we're just, it's going to be that camera, the main camera. There you go. And then go to, there we go, go to the rice. Perfect. You can zoom in a little bit if you want. So for the rice, I use some pretty fancy stuff here. This is a sushi grade rice that I already washed 3 times. So I'm going to get that going right now. I'm using this traditional Japanese clay pot. You don't have to use this, obviously. Normally I use a rice cooker, which is way more convenient, but there's some differences. Number one, you can cook rice pretty quick in this. And also when you cook rice in the clay pot, what happens is at the bottom there's some like brown kind of crusty bits that are very flavorful. I gotta remember to count this. I think this is a third one. I do about 3.5 cups of water. And so there's a nice texture difference. It's not just all one texture like you would get in a regular, rice cooker. I'm gonna turn the heat on high. I have to watch this. Usually, maybe remind me so I don't forget. I'm gonna let this come up to a boil and then I will put the lid on. This is also a clay lid and then let that cook for about 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna do that. Now, fish stock. You can move the camera over here if you want neutrally. So I'm gonna turn on the heat here as well. So the base layer flavor profile for a lot of Japanese dishes is fish. And so this is like, imagine a beef stock or a chicken stock. This is a fish stock. And so these little pouches here are basically fish flakes. And it's gonna flavor this up. This takes probably about 5 minutes. I'm not gonna really measure. I'm just gonna put this in there. And that's going to boil, like I said, for 5 minutes. Let me just turn on the timer. I'm gonna try to save you guys from using Google because we know how that works out. And that will boil and that will create that, I say flavor that you don't even know you're tasting, but at the base of a lot of Japanese dishes is this fish stock. Okay, so camera right now, if you want, you can turn it around on me neutrally while that's all cooking. I've got a little kettle here because the next thing I wanna do is get the get the eggs going. So neutrally, I know we just got started. Let me know if there's any questions. I would love to know where people are watching from. Obviously, I'm here in the Seattle, Washington area and cooking for you guys. Gyudon, one of my family's favorites. I'm gonna go ahead and move some of these ingredients over here. Oh yeah, a couple other things I forgot to mention. I try to cook with beef tallow as much as possible. Way healthier for you. And it is more expensive, but trust me, you're gonna love it. There's a lot of research done on avoiding seed oils. We still use seed oils, but not as much. This is the brand I'm using, by the way, of the fish stock. So these are little pouches. Now you can get fish stock like in a powder form, but I like the real thing, so that's why I use these little pouches. They're like you saw, it's like tea bag kind of form. Let me move this over. Neutrally, maybe you could show my cutting board here if we got that preset going on. So, oh yeah, I forgot. We're also live vertical neutrally, are we?
Yes, sir. We're live vertical.
All right, so I have to remember that. So, whenever I'm live on YouTube, now I'm vertical. So if you guys are watching this on the YouTube Shorts tab, send me a hello. Let me know in the comments that you're watching it on the vertical Shorts tab, or if you're watching it on like horizontal. I know that seems kind of strange for me to bring that up, but that was a big deal. You had to either choose vertical or horizontal. Now you can do both. Okay, so going back to this, the reason I'm doing this right now is because it takes a while for the sugar to dissolve. So there's 3 tablespoons of sugar. There is 6 tablespoons of soy sauce there. Do that. Now we're going to do the sake. Oh shoot, I totally forgot to fill this up. Let's go ahead and do the mirin here. 3 tablespoons of mirin. Call this cooking wine. It's fairly sweet. This is a sweeter dish, I will say that. Okay, sorry guys, I have to go off camera for a second. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, there we go. This is, ooh, can you hear that? This is the brand of sake that I use right here. Nothing fancy. They sell this in American grocery stores. So, all right, back to my sauce. Okay, I have this labeled, sake. 3 tablespoons of this as well. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using sake for a dish my kids are gonna eat, all this is gonna get cooked off, so it's not a big deal at all. Now, normally I do this way ahead of time. I just wanted to show you guys me making this because I want that sugar to dissolve. Today, I don't have that luxury, so we're just gonna hope that it dissolves. It's not a big deal because obviously when you cook, it's going to dissolve. So here, just mix it. Nothing groundbreaking here, but yeah, mixing the sauce up so that it's ready to go for later.
Yeah, look at that wrist motion.
You like that?
We got people from Philadelphia. We got people from Vancouver, Washington. Hi from San Antonio, Texas. What's up, guys?
Yes, welcome to my channel. Welcome to me in the kitchen, cooking for my kids. I love to cook because 1, it's just fun, but 2, always can, you know, cook so much more for so much less, especially because right now food is super expensive. So that's why I do this. Okay, one other thing we're gonna do is prep the egg. So as you can see over here, I don't know if you got the preset over here neutrally, but on the stove, I've got the fish stock going right now. You wanna move over here? Oh yeah, usually doing his thing. Oh, there you go. Fish stock is going. It's been 5 minutes, so this is basically done. I will kind of turn off the heat and let this simmer for a little bit longer. And the rice is cooking. It's just about there. It's not quite to where I want it, but eventually I will put the lid on. And what's showing up? Is this what people are looking at right now? but eventually I'll get to that. But onsen tamago, let's go ahead and move to that. Let me explain what this is. Okay, so onsen tamago. Onsen is basically spa, and we're gonna basically create a spa-like experience for the eggs. You see how I'm doing that? Usually I'm trying to get everything in the center here. And you're gonna take your eggs. These are not quite room temperature because I did buy them today, but they are pretty warmed up. Not like to the point where they're literally warm, but you don't wanna cook them cold if you can, just because the timing is based off of room temperature. I do keep my eggs out. But what we're trying to mimic here is them kind of chilling in a onsen, in a spa bath. This is the brand, if you guys are curious. I think these are from California. I know that's a far distance, but whenever I do this dish, I try to get the Japanese eggs because the egg yolks are super orange and it's nice for the presentation. So there you go. Neutrally, while I'm doing this, can you set up an angle for the rice because I'm gonna finish that off. Okay, so what am I gonna do with this? You can just keep it on this angle. You take boiling hot water and you're gonna just pour it right over your eggs. Now I'm using a kettle just because that's gonna be convenient for me, so I don't have to use more space on the stove. I'm just putting the boiling hot water right on top, just like so. That's it. Really important. After you do this part, put the lid on and then turn on the timer, which I'm going to do here right now. Boom. And then you just let this sit. I'm gonna let it sit over here. In fact, I don't know how this is gonna all work out. I've never done it like this. Normally have it all set up over here. Okay, rice now. So the rice has boiled and I am going to just cover it up. The heat was on high. I'm gonna try to angle this so that you can kind of see it. Then I'm gonna lower the heat, and funny enough, this will be done about the same time as the onsen tamago. So I lowered it. I still want it to be bubbling, but not too much. And what's cool is this will be done in 15 minutes. So that's really nice. All right, now moving on. Now, one thing I want to do here is prep the ice bath. Really important to cool down these eggs. The thing about onsen tamago, spa bath egg, I guess you could say, it's very touchy. It's difficult. So I have the timing down, but I still want to test it out. And part of it is not only making sure I get it to the right doneness, but right when it's done, all the other eggs have to go into the ice bath. So I'm gonna set that up. So yeah, you might not see me on camera. You know what I could do though while that's happening? Let's go ahead and start cooking the beef up. So as I mentioned, really thinly sliced beef. This is kind of a hallmark of Gyudon, Japanese beef bowl. We're gonna go ahead and start cooking this up. What is that? I don't know what it is. This is already hot. I started warming this up before. There we go. As I mentioned, I am gonna use beef tallow. I've already got my beef tallow ready to go. Right now this is on a low heat. And yes, it's a lot of beef fat, but it's the best way to go. All right, and I'm just gonna turn up the heat a little bit, start adding it. Now, I've already kind of sliced up this beef into strips. You don't want it to be like just big flat slices or thin slices. You want it to be like strips. So just make it easier to cook. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash my hands, and yes, I did wash my hands. Whoa. Pretty chill. That's it. So move this off to the side, and now I'm gonna wash my hands. One thing I love about Japanese beef bowl or gyudon is it's pretty easy for anybody to cook. I'd say the hardest ingredient to get is one, the the fish stock packets, but you can buy the fish stock powder online. And most grocery stores, Asian ones obviously would have it, have a lot more Asian ingredients now. Secondly, the other thing that's hard to get is thinly sliced beef. But if you go to your butcher, even at like a normal grocery store, usually they'll cut it thin for you if you request it. All right. Okay. Going back to the beef here for a second. The heat is on all the way high now. I'm gonna put some salt. Really important to salt it while you're cooking it. Some black pepper. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna use white pepper. For a lot of Japanese dishes, I prefer white pepper for two reasons. One, it kind of hides the pepper because it's white, obviously. And then two, it's kind of a sharper flavor profile compared to regular pepper. I don't really want to put a lot of color on this. My original recipe, you boil the meat, in fact. So it's not important to get that Maillard effect, though it's not going to hurt it either. So it got a little bit like this. Little pieces will have a little bit of it. I'm just trying to cook it through though, mainly. Just like this. See that? And it's not even going to cook fully because I will finish cooking it a little bit later. And just like that. If you have any questions about Japanese beef bowl or gyudon, right now is the time to ask it as I kind of prep this.
Yeah, someone had asked, can you just use a regular rice cooker?
Oh, of course. The reason I use a Japanese rice cooker versus a please don't tell me. Sorry, the girls, they put everything away. So I'm missing something that I really need right now. Where is everything? Oh, it's down here probably. Oh, okay, I was looking for this. This is called a spider. The reason I use a Japanese rice cooker, one, it cooks faster. Two, it creates like a texture at the bottom, which creates a unique flavor. So that texture and that flavor you can't get out of a regular rice cooker, but of course you can use it. Normally I do use it. In this case, I'm not. All right, going back to the beef, you can do it kind of like the mid-wide shot. I don't know if we still have that right now. As you can see, it's still a little red in parts. That's okay because I am going to finish cooking it later. I don't want to overcook it. It's very forgiving though, gyudon, so don't overthink it. There's still some fat. I'm sure some fat rendered out, maybe some moisture in there. Also, it's kind of cool to just cook rice in that
Benji, what type of
rice cooker.
Do you use?
Oh, I use a, in fact, I'm gonna grab it here in a second. I use a sushi grade rice. It's probably the best rice you can buy in the Seattle area, but it is expensive. But we don't eat too much rice. Now, there is 7 of us, so we go through a lot of rice. But let me show you. Let me actually just go ahead and finish putting the rest of the meat in there. I gotta make a lot because the girls love this. Okay. I sneeze away from the food. You have to explain everything because you know people. They're like, I can't believe you sneeze right in the food that people are gonna eat. After doing this for 18 years, you've seen everything. Okay, seen, heard, read. Of course, wash my hands. me show you guys the rice I use here. Oh, and yes, we buy the 50-pound bag, but this is my favorite rice brand right now. Tamaki Gold, grown in California, Japanese style rice. As I mentioned, it's very expensive. This one bag can cost $100, but it's $100 for 50 pounds. And I got it on sale, I think for about like $85, $90. This goes a long way. And this is how almost exclusively I buy my rice, in 50-pound bags, which if you buy rice at Costco, you know what I'm talking about. All right, anyways, put this back off to the side. Okay, going back to this, same thing, add a little bit of salt. White pepper, not too much, just a little bit. And just like before, I'm not trying to get a lot of color here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna just let that cook for a second. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna prep the ginger. Okay. First, gotta stir this. As I mentioned before, the sugar takes a while to dissolve, so I'm constantly stirring it. Now, once you put it in there, obviously it's gonna all dissolve. There we go. Ginger, really easy. Gonna peel it with a spoon. It's the easiest way to do this. I've already washed this ginger. This is the flavor that really makes gyudon unique, in my opinion, because whenever I use ginger in other dishes and the kids eat it, they always say, oh, this reminds me of ginger. So even if the meat, so last night we ate a pork dish, but I put some ginger in it, they're like, oh, this tastes just like gyudon. So I really think you need to have ginger. Now, if you don't like ginger, like maybe you didn't like ginger, you know, like ginger beer or ginger candy, because that's like a thing here in America. When you use ginger in this dish, I think the cooking of the ginger almost transforms this ginger flavor. It still tastes like ginger, but it's different. It's almost like more subtle. Not as much of a bite, because ginger can be really strong. So just know that if you're not a fan of ginger, you still might be a fan of this. This is a little tool that I got at Daiso over 10 years ago. It needs to be replaced, but makes it really easy. And all you're doing is grinding this down. And that's it. Boom. A little goes a long way. I'm gonna grind a lot more than that. Grab my knife. I should pay attention to the clock because those eggs are gonna be ready here soon. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this. Tell me if your family liked it, if you tried it because of my video. I know that when I meet people just out in public, a lot of times they all mention this dish. Like they made gyudon for their family, for their first time because they watched me. All right, back to the beef. As you can see right here, the beef is not all the way cooked, and that's okay, because now we're gonna add that other beef, which I think you could eat like that because it's just basically medium rare. But I'm gonna finish cooking it all off right now. And even though there's some red in there, what you're gonna do now is add that soy sauce mixture. So this is a soy sauce mixture right here. It's sweet, it's delicious. I'm gonna put it all in there. See, I can see that sugar is kind of at the bottom, so I gotta mix it real good. There we go. It's all good if all the sugar is not in there. Now this is a lot of soy sauce mixture than I normally use, but because there's so much more meat, I'm just going a little bit more heavy. No one ever complained about having a little bit more sauce in their gyudon. Everyone loves the sauce, so that's all I'm doing. I have turned down the heat now to low. Just gonna cover this for a hot second. Boom. Okay. Go back to me, usually. So, the eggs are about to be done. Like, real quick here. So we gotta get this ready. Now they're not fully done, but I'm gonna test it. And this is what you're gonna do. You get a bowl. You're gonna use a lot of bowls here, in fact. Right here. I need that ice bath, which I said I was gonna prep, but I never did. There's gonna be a lot of sounds going on right now. This is probably something I should have just prepped before I did. All right, neutrally, it's gonna get loud. I don't know if we wanna mute it or not, but gotta get ice. Onsen tamago is one of those things that if you're gonna try it, you gotta be very aware that takes some practice. It's not gonna always be perfect. In fact, today I'm a little nervous because since I'm live, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out the way I want it. It's probably one of the hardest aspects of not only gyudon, but just cooking, doing onsen tamago. You're gonna see why here in a second. Okay, timer just went off. Got my ice bath here. Show you guys what's going on. Okay, this is maybe get this angle neutrally so people can kind of see what's happening here. Okay. So you take one of these eggs, gotta put it in the ice bath for a hot second. I'm just cooling this down enough so I can test it. That's it. All right, that's good to go. I'm putting the lid back on. Usually you can actually probably zoom it in here, the close-up. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the texture of onsen tamago. Gonna probably blow your mind a little bit. Oh, see, this is still raw. Obviously, that is not gonna do. This is still raw, so that means I'm gonna leave this actually for much longer. In fact, I'll have to try that out in about 3 minutes. See, again, because I bought these today and they were cool, they're not cooking the way I wanted. So I'm gonna leave that probably for another 4 minutes. One thing I am gonna do though, probably boil some more water. Gosh, I hope that works out. All right, I'll put that off to the side. Let's go ahead and prep this meat. So there's still another part to this meat. I like to drain everything off because I'm gonna use all that goodness right there, all this soy sauce-ness for the next part, which is gonna take me a second because I have to slice the onions. my gosh, this smells so good right now. A sweet soy sauce smell. Obviously the beef. Your family will love this. Fun fact about gyudon, at least this is my perspective. I'm sure families make this at home, but it's a fast food in Japan. I didn't know that when I started eating it, because shout out to one of my favorite food channels, Cooking with Dog. Cooking with Dog is a Japanese food channel, and they taught me through their YouTube videos 15 years ago or something like that how to make gyudon. And I thought, oh cool, that's like a fun dish, let me try it. I didn't grow up with gyudon, even though I'm half Japanese. So then I started eating it, loved it, cooked it for Judy, cooked it for the girls, cooked it for other people. And then as I'm starting to travel in Japan, I saw Yoshinoya. Now, I didn't grow up with Yoshinoya because that's, I think, more of a California thing. But you can just close up here. I am just going to put all this back in here, right over the meat. But, oh wait, put it in the center. There we go. Yeah, Yoshinoya is a fast food chain in Japan that serves gyudon. But of course, I leveled it up at home, hence the Onsen tamago. Okay. Gotta put the pan back on like a low medium heat right now. As you can see, there's literally nothing in there at the moment. So a couple things that's gonna happen here. I am gonna put this in my fish stock. That goes in there, all that goodness. And put this away. So I talk about how ginger is a huge flavor in gyudon, but I'd say this fish stock is also very important too. I want to get that to a boil because the next thing I'm going to do is cook off this ginger. In fact, I'll probably put this in here. As I mentioned, ginger goes pretty far. It's very strong, and you don't want to put too much in there. That's actually quite a bit, but I am making more gyudon than normal. Boom. Okay, onions. So, gonna prep the onions here. For the onions, I do want to slice them thin. Again, for the kids mainly. Nothing fancy. Center. I like to have a lot of onions. One thing I like about adding this, and even more than normal, is it kind of soaks up a lot of the flavor. And it's a great way to cut the meat, so you don't need as much meat when you're having this dish. If you've got onions. Now, how much onion you put is really up to you. Another thing that's nice is the onion flavor too. Usually, any questions? Where are people watching from? Do you have a question? I'm sorry you can't try this today.
It's all good. Someone had asked, what does sake and alcohol in general do in cooking?
That's a good question. I don't even really know. It's just a flavor that you get from the sake. In Japanese cooking, they use a lot of it. It's very common in all kinds of dishes. So for me, I don't know. I think it's more for the flavor. I'm sure it does something, you know, but I wouldn't be the one to tell you what it actually does. I wish I had a chef here. Sometimes I wish I had a chef to kind of tell me why I do different things, because I just do it because that's what the directions tell me to do. In some cases, they put the alcohol in there because, you know, if you're going to flambe it, if you don't know what that means, it's just flame it, and then you get again, a different type of flavor. It's not like it tastes like sake, but there's an essence of the sake in there that pairs well with the other ingredients. So, yeah. Okay, going back to this pot, or this pan. What I'm doing here is I'm kind of cooking off a lot of that ginger so that it's not as strong. And you'll see here why I stirring this off, so I can add this all back in there. All that goodness. You want all that, those meat juices too. So more will drain off this meat, and I'll add that later. But you're just going to let this cook probably, I want to say another minute or two. Okay, rice though. I don't know if we can get a wide on the rice. I let the rice go a little bit longer than normal. I'm not going to touch it, obviously. Let me get something to pick it up. I'll show you what it looks like though. See that, how it's steaming? There's a little vent there. Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Smells good. Now you can smell like a slight burning at the bottom. That's totally okay. It's not actually burnt. It's just that browning that I told you that happens at the bottom that becomes kind of crusty, and that flavor is very popular in Japan. All right, going back to this now. I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit longer. What I should do is try that egg again. You can go number one. My gosh, I hope this turns out good, because that would suck if it doesn't. Onsen tamago. What's crazy is if you do it, maybe turn the camera neutrally so I'm in the center. Neutrally can control everything. Fancy. Is that the farthest? There you go.
Do it over here, my bad.
I'm gonna do it over there in a second, right? The thing about onsen tamago is it'll cook the egg yolk more than the egg white, which is crazy. So the egg yolk will be a little bit more firm. It's like a cloud. You'll see here what I mean if it does do it correctly. Let's get another bowl here. Hopefully it does it. Okay, let's see if I can move this all over. All right, let's see if I can do this correctly. Oh, I think it's there. Oh my gosh, it's not doing it. It's getting there, and don't you worry, I will use all these up. In Japan, they actually eat a lot of raw eggs. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do to save this. This is why I boiled more water, because this still needs to cook quite a bit. Hopefully by the end though, it's finished, because if it isn't, that would really suck. Such a huge part of it. Now, Japanese beef bowl, you don't need an egg. In fact, with the egg, some people just eat it raw. That's a thing in Japan. The onsen tamago is nice, especially for Americans who are not used to eating raw eggs, to just have a way to eat egg that's not raw, you know? It is a Japanese thing though. Okay, back to this. This has been cooking now for a good 5 minutes. I do want it to reduce a little bit because it's gonna get stronger. First thing you're gonna add is all these onions. Once the sauce has been boiling, just add these onions in there. As you can see, there's a lot of onions going on. moving some of this stuff out. Okay, what you're gonna do here is add the lid once it starts boiling, like on the edges. It's not very much, it's real subtle. Cover it. And you're gonna let this cook on a medium low for 5 minutes. Start cleaning up a little bit. All right, you guys, Q&A time. What I like about this dish, set aside that onsen tamago, which is not agreeing with me right now, really easy. And very, very popular. It's just beef bowl. So beef, onions, soy sauce, sugar, a mirin. You don't have to put the stock in there. I do, of course. But it's an easy dish to cook. And you can find all the ingredients in most grocery stores, except the fish stock. Now, this is the thing, if you don't want the fish, you could probably get away with the beef stock. I think it would still be really good. You're just not gonna get that classic Japanese kind of flavor, you know? Hi, baby. Wanna say hi?
Yeah, are you on live?
Yeah, I'm on live. Come over here. Do you know what we're cooking today?
Gyudon.
How much do you like gyudon on a scale of 1 to 10? Not my gyudon, but
9.
just 9? Would you say it's in your top 5 favorites?
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry, I'm gonna get you. Okay,
Just so it halfway.
oh, it's almost done. It's almost done. Okay, back over here neutrally. Get it on that medium wide or something, if we got that function. Sorry for the noise. Okay, here, let's move this back. Let me show you guys what this looks like, okay? Oh yeah. Let me show you why people love this. So, the bottom, you can hear some of the crunchiness. People love that, okay? Oh yeah, that's just goodness right there. You can actually see some of the browning. If you've ever, it's basically done, baby. You want some? That crunchiness. Oh, you can kind of see it right here, a little of that browning. It's gyudon, baby. You want to come say hi to everybody? Oh, you can see it right there. I'm just mixing this up right now. Where's my friends? They're not here. Okay, so this is the bottom. See that? It probably cooked a little bit too much, but again, some people just like that. So there you go. Rice in a traditional Japanese clay pot. Okay, put that off to the side. You can see this steaming right here. Beef. So I'm lowering the heat. Nuchi, what do you think? You think the onsen tamago is gonna agree with me?
Hey, third time's the charm, yeah?
We'll see. The thing is, with onsen tamago, that was obviously underdone. It's really easy to overcook it, and if you overcook it, you can still use it, but I like it still a little bit runny. Now, I'll show you what I do if I was gonna serve this without doing onsen tamago. In fact, you can do it right in this dish, but leftovers are fun because what you can do is take your beef, right? Okay, so this is probably pretty done, but you can make a dish in the morning, like a breakfast dish. So they call it oyakodon. Oyakodon is a chicken and egg dish. And sometimes they do tamagodon without the chicken, but you can do it with beef. So gyudon, put the egg in there. So if you know what I'm talking about, let me know. If you don't, then I would look it up. All right, onions, they're good. I like it a little bit still kind of not fully soft. Still got a little bite to it. Not because it's going to stay like that, but because I don't want it so soft that it's like melting. I'm gonna add the meat back in there. At this point, it's basically done. There's nothing else you need to do. You don't even need the onsen tamago. Get all those juices in there. As I mentioned before, the heat is on low now. All I'm doing now is just mixing it all together. Maybe breaking up some of the beef that cooked together. See, the one thing when you're cooking with really thin slices, sometimes they tend to stick together. So this part, I'm just breaking everything up, mixing the onions together. Smells amazing. Now, one thing I should probably do here in a second is taste it. This is your opportunity to add some salt. Sometimes the girls want it more salty. Sometimes they want more of the sauce. So maybe I'll add a little more, you know, soy sauce, maybe some water. There you go. That's gyudon, and I just did it from beginning to end. Prepped a lot of the ingredients. The meat I bought thinly sliced, and then I did cut that into even further more thin strips because it's easier. I mean, I have kids too, so I have to think about how is it that they're going to eat it. If the pieces are too big, it gets kind of messy. So I try to make it so it's ideal for them to be able to handle, I guess you could say. I'm still hoping and praying the tamago works out. Nucci, I'm about to yell, so FYI. You don't have to be on camera, but if you want to, I need someone to try the first one. Okay, so I just mixed this up. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to try. You'll try it, baby? Okay. Put your dress down, baby. Okay. Oh, they all went out because now we work this remotely. Okay, I'm gonna cover this. It's gonna be on the low heat. It's good. It's perfect. Doesn't need anything else. Just hoping the egg. I'm hoping the egg responds positively to me. We'll see. It won't be a waste. It'll still be used. I will show you guys here in a second. All right, let's put some of this stuff away. All right, one of you guys want to try on camera? No? No?
Try.
Okay, come over here.
I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to? Do you want, you like onsen tamago, don't you?
Yeah.
You do like it?
I don't mind if I don't mind.
I'm gonna see if it works. We're gonna try one more time because it wasn't working, which is bummer. Usually, if there's a question I can answer on prepping this, let me know.
Someone asked you how to make Okinawa donuts.
Okinawa donuts.
Oh, yeah.
I've never even heard of that before. Okay, let's see. Sounds good though. Okinawa Islands in Japan. It's like Japan's Hawaii. Oh no. Oh no. Didn't work out.
Okay.
But I'll show you what we do instead. Okay, onsen tamago was kind of a fail today. It happens. Like I said, I will not waste those eggs. I will still eat them. But let's go ahead and plate now, okay? You might want to go a little bit wide-ish, neutrally. There we go. Got the rice right here. Got the beef right here. So. Boom.
Someone asked, is your kitchen at your new house going to be bigger, chef kitchen? Gonna be a
You know,
chef's kitchen?
it's gonna be one of two things. It's either gonna be bigger or I'm gonna have two kitchens. We'll see. Because bigger isn't always better. I'd say definitely it's gonna be generally bigger, but two kitchens is nice. One is like the main kitchen that we all use. The second kitchen maybe for live streams. Because we'll probably have a mother-in-law in the house. Okay, this is Leah's. What I like to do here. Put a little bit, in, it's funny, there's a Filipino term called sabaw. Here. And just put that on like that. Now I said earlier that I cut it up even thinner for the little ones, right? But I make it even smaller using scissors. Learned this trick from Koreans, which is just so smart. They use scissors to cut up their meat. It's just so much easier, especially if you do it like this. Boom. This I will put in the fridge for Leah so it cools down. This for a hot second, not really that long. All right, Kira. Hey, so one thing I like to do is put the raw egg yolk on top. Are you okay eating that way?
Yeah, I'm not, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I love about my girls. They'll try different things. Okay. Gonna make hers. Same thing. Get some rice. Give a little bit of this meat here. Do you want me to cut it with the scissors a little bit for you?
Sure.
Probably will make it a little easier because these are bigger chunks.
Oh, Chef, five me. JB. JB, do you know Mia?
Yeah?
What are your kitchen must-have gadgets?
Oh my gosh. Good shears, first off. Right here. Shears as in scissors. Definitely. I was using it earlier. This guy right here. A spider. This thing for deep frying is perfect. I use it even today. I use it to pick up the meat, to strain the sauce or whatever. What else? Chopsticks. I think chopsticks are kind of underrated outside of Asia. I use chopsticks more than really anything when I'm cooking. And then some good tongs.
I got one that's underrated.
What?
I feel like a thermometer.
Oh, totally.
It's a good thermometer.
Well, a lot of people don't use a thermometer at all, or they wouldn't even think to. They're like, they think they don't need it, but it's very important in my opinion. Okay, let me show you what I do with this. Let's see if I can grab it. So in Japan, it's very common to have like a egg yolk in your dish, and try to remove it from this. Oh my gosh, let's see. Hey, girls, can you stop it? All right, right there. Yes. And yes, there's some egg whites, not a big deal. There you go. Gyudon. Right there. Kira, come over here, baby. You can try it. Go ahead and grab a fork or chopsticks or whatever. You can tell me how it tastes. Okay. Go ahead, you can stand right in the center. Go ahead, babe. Oh, that would have been good to get that shot. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll do it for the next one. Here, I'll put it right here, baby. Right here. There you go. Go ahead and mix it up. All right. Is it hot? How is it? Is it good? Does it need anything? Salt? Soy sauce?
No.
No? Everything's good? All right. There you go.
Thank you.
Um,
Can I take it?
yeah, go ahead, take it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do one more thing. And this is what you do with leftovers. So go ahead, neutrally, go ahead and put it right here. Juliana, can I make you up a dish?
Yes, please.
Okay. Gonna show you guys what to do here. All right, get a pan like this, put it onto the stove. In fact, this is, in my opinion, easier than doing onsen tamago. So, first, we're going to put the gyudon on there, just like so. That'll probably be enough right there. Next, put a little bit of that sabao. So you might not have enough sabao or that sauce the next day, right? So what I like to do here, hey, Juliana, can you give this to her, baby?
Sorry.
Here,
Yeah?
here, give this to her. Her gyudon's done. So what I like to do is add a little bit more into this. A little bit of soy sauce. This is on a low. Where is it? Where's the mirror? Oh, it's over here. A little bit of sake.
Benji, have you ever made sukiyaki before?
I have never made it here at the house, but I've had it in Japan for sure. A little bit of salt, just a little bit, not too much. Juliana,
Yeah.
you ready? I'm about to make this here. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want, but about to make it here for you. Yeah, sukiyaki. I love sukiyaki. In fact, this cut of meat, on the package it said meat for sukiyaki. So this is very similar. The flavors are really close. I don't think sukiyaki used ginger though. Let me know if that's correct or not. A little bit of water. Okay, so I'm gonna take that egg that didn't cook up the way I wanted it. Now, obviously, if you don't have this egg, you can use any egg. Mix it up like this, but not too much, okay? Like halfway. And what you do is you drizzle it over, just like so. Turn the heat down to super low. Grab a lid, and you just cover it just like this. And just leave it, okay? So, in the morning, oftentimes, we'll have leftover gyudon. Not necessarily all the time, but a lot of cases. And this is what I prepare in the morning for myself, for the girls. It's a nice way to obviously heat up the gyudon, but also add some egg into it, regardless if the onsen tamago messes up or not, because I would just use a raw egg and I mix it up just like that. Important though, don't over mix because you want the egg white and the yolk to still be kind of separated. So let's go back to this shot here. I'm just gonna peek at it. Oh yeah, it's good, it's good, it's going good. I'm gonna get some rice for her. can go back over here neutrally. Grab a little bit of rice. Only downside about using the rice cooker or the traditional rice cooker is the fact that it doesn't stay hot for that long.
About my rice in this one.
That one's yours, baby. Be very careful, okay? Cover that up. You're welcome. Okay. Let's see how this turns out. Oh yeah. Okay, so see, there's still like some soft spots. That's okay. I like that texture, but you can see the egg white has cooked a little bit. The egg yolk is cooked, but it's still soft. That's what I like. That's what I'm going for. There you go. And if you do this right, let's go ahead and get on this angle neutrally.
It says clean.
You're going manual on this neutrally, huh?
Why? What do you need?
It's not clean. Hey, can you help your sister?
What does she need?
What's that? Neutrally?
It was quicker that way for me to drive it.
Okay. There you go. There you go. That's gyudon for you.
It's like that.
Bam. Juliana, do you want Benny Shoga, the little red pickles? Do you like those?
Oh, yeah.
You do? Okay. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Where is that stuff?
Oh, it's okay.
No, I want it for the video. I think it's... Oh.
Now we can make hello again. I just see all the hello. Want your powder fridge?
No, it would be here. Where'd it go? Huh? Ah, maybe we're out of it. Benny Shoga. Where'd it go?
Who was that?
What's that? What? Oh, Juliana?
Was that JB?
Hello.
Baby's too hungry. Okay, maybe we don't have it. Oh wait, it's way back here.
Hello.
Hello? Saying hello, Uncle Neutrally? Huh?
Hello, Leah.
Everyone was wondering where you're at. They're like, hey, where'd your friends go? They left me. They're gone. Okay, I guess we're not gonna have that. All right, let me get my chopsticks. Do a thumbnail shot here. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, of course. There you go.
Did you keep it?
Gyudon. Easy. All right, Juliana, here you go.
Thank you. Just kidding.
Okay, guys, gotta clean up. Gotta make some plates for the other girls. Hopefully you guys try this. It's really easy, as you saw. Even though I messed up the onsen tamago, just practice a few times. I should have used fully room temperature eggs on the onsen tamago because the timing will be off. So if you have cold eggs, guess what? The timing is gonna be completely different. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hit that like button. Comment when you're gonna try to cook this, if you've tried it before, and if you've got any tips for me. Talk to you guys later. Peace.